Are you looking for the best work monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best work monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Dell U3225QE. The best work monitor that we've tested is the Dell U4025QE. It's a high-end 4K, 27-inch model that's loaded with a ton of productivity features. You can get it directly from Dell's website. One of its main perks is its massive USB hub that includes 5 USB-A ports and 5 USB-C ports, so you can easily connect all kinds of devices. One of the USB-C ports support Thunderbolt 4 with 140W of power delivery, so it can charge even power-hungry laptops, and the Thunderbolt support is ideal if you have a Thunderbolt laptop, like a MacBook. It's also a good choice if you want to use it as part of a multi-monitor setup because it has 2 video outputs, so you can connect 2 external monitors directly to this one. Besides that, it has a KVM switch that makes it easy to switch between sources connected to the monitor and use the same devices on both. It isn't the only option from Dell with these features, though, as you can also get the 32-inch Dell U3225QE if you want something bigger. However, it performs similarly and costs a lot more. Number 2. Dell U4025QW. If you find the 27-inch screen of the Dell U2725QE too small and prefer looking into the best monitor for home office with an ultra-wide screen, check out the Dell U4025QW. The main advantage of such a large screen is that you can easily open multiple windows next to each other, as it offers more horizontal screen space than the U2725QE, and is ideal for multitasking. It actually has most of the same features as the U2725QE, including the large USB hub and the Thunderbolt 4 support, but one difference is that it has one less video output for daisy chaining than the U2725QE. Aside from features, it has sharp text clarity like the U2725QE, and it also gets bright enough to fight glare in most well-lit rooms, but reflections look distracting. It also comes with a very accurate sRGB mode, which is great if you're a content creator. Another thing to note is that this monitor is expensive, so you can also check out the smaller 34-inch Dell U3425QE if you want something cheaper. It has many of the same features but a lower 3440 by 1440 resolution, so the text isn't as sharp. Number 3. ASUS ProArt Display PA279CRV. If you don't have the budget for a premium monitor like the Dell U2725QE or the larger Dell U4025QW, then a mid-range option like the ASUS ProArt Display PA279CRV is a good alternative. It costs less than the U2725QE, but has similar specs, like a 4K, 27-inch screen with sharp text clarity. However, there are some trade-offs for getting the cheaper model as it has a smaller USB hub. It doesn't support Thunderbolt like the U2725QE either, but with 90W of power delivery, you can still use it to display an image from your laptop and charge it with one cable. It doesn't have a KVM switch like the U2725QE either, but it's still good for a multi-monitor setup because it has a DisplayPort output that you can use for daisy chaining. It's also great for content creation as it has picture modes meant for various color spaces, including up to Rec 2020, and it's very accurate in its sRGB mode, so you won't need to calibrate it unless you need perfectly accurate colors. It even gets brighter than the U4025QW and has good enough reflection handling to use in a well-lit room. Number 4. Dell P2423D. If you're on a tight budget, there are a few reliable options you can get, like the Dell P2423D. If you can't find it through retailers, you can also get it from Dell's website. It's a step down from the ASUS ProArt Display PA279CRV because it has a smaller 24-inch screen with a lower 1440p resolution, so there's less screen space to work with. It has worse text clarity, but text still looks sharp. As expected for an entry-level work monitor, it has fewer features than the ASUS and no USB-C ports. There are still work perks with 4 USB-A ports to which you can connect your devices, which is useful if you don't have any ports available on your computer. Despite being an entry-level model, it has decent picture quality with good reflection handling and high enough brightness to fight glare in some office spaces. However, visibility is an issue in sunny spaces. It doesn't have a dedicated sRGB mode like the higher-end monitors, either, so while it has good accuracy, you'll need to calibrate it if you're a content creator. Unfortunately, it doesn't support HDR, which doesn't make a big difference for work anyway. Number 5. Dell P2425H. If you want the best office monitor for a low price, the Dell P2425H is a decent choice. Like with the Dell P2423D, you can get it from Dell's website if you can't find it through retailers. It's a step down from the P2423D because it has a lower resolution, so text isn't as sharp. However, it's still fine if you need something basic for productivity, and the 24-inch screen is big enough to work with while not being too big, so it's something to consider if you want to get 2 or more for your setup. It has features most entry-level work monitors don't have, like a USB hub with 3 USB-A ports and a USB-C. However, because it doesn't support DisplayPort Alt mode, you can't display an image from your laptop over USB-C, and instead, it's used for data transfer or charging your devices. Besides that, it comes with a very ergonomic stand, which is a nice touch for a cheap monitor. Although it's dimmer than the P2423D and doesn't fight glare, it's still fine if your office has a few lights around, as it has good reflection handling,